Yes. So another important thing that I would like to discuss with you. You're here. I don't know how many times you will be available in future, but so let's use everything we have. Is this question of this heavy question, this beautiful question, this confusing question of meditation.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard famous actors like Matthew McConaughey saying it's a trap, it's all a hoax, don't fall for the meditation trap. When he's doing his Texas rallies, he's becoming a politician, he's trying to become the governor of Texas. So he said something like this, and some people say who we met in our daily lives as well, that okay, this is nothing, just way of making money or this and this and this. So what do you feel?
What do I feel?
Yeah, is it just nothing, or is there something there? Like on the channel, I keep telling everyone there's a lot there.
Yeah, there is a lot.
It's not that it's not. There's a lot of things there.
But I feel like maybe people have this image like, oh, meditation, like somebody sitting on a nice cushion and like eyes closed and everything is silent and pretty, and like, okay, that could be one form, you know. But there is like meditation of cleaning, meditation of like going to work, meditation of drinking tea, meditation of arguing with your partner, you know. Like it's like at the end you can't separate life and meditation. It has to like be interwoven with each other, you know. So in that sense, like meditation is nonsense. Like, yeah, like I could agree in some ways that if you like separate it from your own life, like, oh, now I'm calm and chill and I feel amazing, next moment my partner comes in and says something that like irritates me, I like freak out, you know. Like that is like, okay, now I ended my meditation session and now I'm like completely in my human, completely in my mess again, you know. And then I go back into my like nice little cushion, I'm like completely in God, completely so good. And it's like you can't really separate those two, you know. And I feel like when your mindset becomes like my life is my form of meditation, you know. It's like everything here is like a form of becoming more aware that like I'm here, you know. I'm not those like crazy things passing by. I'm not those emotions like I'm experiencing it, you know. Something called the observer, you know.
Yeah, true. So people are coming to it to meditation for so many different reasons. One of the common reasons is to get some space, get some peace in their mind, okay?
Yeah.
Now, when we already know that when the mind is so busy and so fuzzy, it's not nice, okay?
Yeah.
Why do we make it already like this, that we need meditation? Like, it's like providing me medicine, but why do I need the medicine? Why can't I just not create the problem?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, I would go back into the way that we live, our way of life, you know? It's like, when you would be living in a forest, for example, it doesn't mean that we all have to go living in the forest, yeah. When you were gathering your food, when you were like connecting like with the seasons, you know, like connecting with the sun, like the length of the day.
It's like part of the cycle, part of nature's cycle.
Yeah, you're part of the natural way of beingness, you know. And when you take this human being out of his natural state of like going and flowing about life, and you put him in like an apartment box, for example, and put him in an office box, for example, of course his mind is gonna freak out, you know. And then he needs meditation because it's like you're out of context, you know. And then you need to like medicate yourself in a way. Of course that's not ideal, but
so the wrong living style in a way kind of makes us messy, kind of makes us anxious.
Yeah, because it's true, like when you keep on like living your messy, anxious lifestyle, and
at some point the system is going to say, I need rest.
And you're gonna like incorporate meditation. Okay, I'm gonna meditate like every day, like 50 minutes or half an hour.
20 minutes,
Yeah, of course, like it's gonna do something, but it's gonna like be like, okay, like why am I working in this office, or why am I stressing about this? You know, you have to like start changing your lifestyle, you know. It's like, maybe I shouldn't drink that much, or maybe I shouldn't be like gossiping so much about this woman or whatnot,
whatever,
you know.
But you see, how can you expect from a person who till now coming out of school or in the school where it's all about the race, you know, in the school, it's all about getting first, whether it's the sports, whether it's arts, whether it's music, you got to be the best, you got to get the best grades, you got to get the best job, go out, make a lot of money. So when all of that is happening, you know, and for me as a person, or for anyone as a person, this is real.
Yeah.
You know, because that's how it's been taught.
Yeah. That
this race is real. You got to make the money, which is real, and you got to have a nice house, a nice car, a peaceful family, and everything. This beautiful dream which has been sold everywhere. We are running in that race, you know.
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the line, running on the race, we feel the problems. You know, that we feel, okay, my system is not able to take it. Like I'm trying to do it, but it's coming to a point that I need some rest or something, you know. That even Jordan Peterson is going to therapy for some, I recently read. So even for him, okay, the guy is busy, let's accept it, you know. He's doing a lot of work all over the globe. So our schedules are very busy. I think it's a natural expectation, and that eventually we will fall in this place where I can't handle it anymore, because it's,
and then you burn out.
I burn out, and I'm also sad that I couldn't achieve what was sold to me. Like I was supposed to be successful,
and then you have to come to the realization that you were sold something called like bullshit. In a sense,
you see, I could go either this way, or I could also go even more shit on myself, that I'm such a stupid person that I couldn't even achieve what was sold to me, you know.
I couldn't even buy this car.
Yes,
you know?
I couldn't just get my wife this nice diamond ring or whatever. What, I'm a complete failure, you know. So, and then I go to the deepest, I don't know, what's the opposite of self-confidence?
Self-loathing, or
something like not having any trust in yourself. You're like, I'm completely useless,
I'm worthless
or something like this. And maybe from these points people are turning towards this kind of, they hear somewhere on YouTube, okay, meditation is going to help you and this, please come to us, and this. Maybe from there people are turning towards it. And maybe we should also point this out, that this is not the right way to turn towards meditation, you know. Okay, you are in problem,
but is there a right or wrong way, you know?
No, it's not about right or wrong way, but I think it's a little disrespectful towards meditation, you know. But that I'm only turning towards it when I've got really nothing else, you know. Then only I will go there.
But what is meditation to you? How do you like define it? In this sense.
In which sense?
In this sense, when you're telling like turning it to meditation, like what do you mean by that?
When I'm completely exhausted from anything, then and I turn towards meditation, I'm turning towards how do you call it? The medicine. I need to get this thing out. I'm not turning towards the meditation, which means understand yourself. You understand? You like know your deeper layers, know your consciousness, whatever. That's not my real thing. I don't want to know my consciousness at that point. All I know is I'm worthless. I'm really sad.
But that's the
I have some anxiety. You could say that for some people this could be the starting point. Okay.
For a lot of people, like going through a very dark time in their life, it's like the initiation. I call them initiations. It's like you're initiated to a completely different reality, and then you're like, okay, what the heck is going on? I have no idea who I am. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go into different forms of things. I'm gonna do yoga. I'm gonna go there. Like it's the searching, you know. The student starts like, okay, there has to be something else. Okay, I'm gonna just try it. Like it can't make anything worse, you know. It's like I already feel so terrible. It's like I'm just gonna try it. And I'm just gonna try that.
But maybe from a person who has turned from this kind of initiation, as you mentioned, he has found out, or she has found out, all these beautiful things. Okay. Now he or she discusses it with someone else. Okay, with his friend or friend. Now, does that friend need to go to the same level of lowness to understand your point?
No.
Exactly. That's my point. Is that maybe people who are not in that low state can still identify the logic, the sense, the intelligence of your argument. That when you say, my friend, money, house, and this is not the only important thing, you are also important at the same time.
You're the most important.
Because if you disappear, all of this disappears. So maybe find some kind of balance that you take care of that and this. So maybe just by saying that, I could be like, okay, actually this is some logical things like she's saying.
Yeah, of course.
So there are also this kind of people who are turning from this. And then there are also people who are even at this point saying, no, this is just leave me. I have a lot of money to make. You know, even at this point. So
they're in their dream kind of.
They are in their dreamland, or you can say their own reality, as we say. So I think this makes a lot of change. That if we show meditation as a, I don't know, if we show meditation as a circus, you know. For example, I'm just taking an example, please don't be offended. That if someone is showing meditation as a circus, you know, like as a means of entertainment or something like this, then the society makes a perception about this act of meditation. You know, there's a huge amount of society, including scientists, who consider it as a non-scientific action. You know, like it's a how do you say, mystical action or something, like there is no logic behind it. And there's a decent amount of population who believes that. So maybe this the way we introduce it to someone could also make a big difference in our society. Then maybe meditation becomes a more natural action in our life, because people change their perspectives that, hey, mental health is equally important as physical health, you know, which is so ignored. Everybody ignores it, the mental health. So
so true.
that's if that balance could be, and if that statement could be made like it's like a normal action, like your everyday action, you know, maybe there could be a change of like perception. Maybe our mothers and fathers at a point when the child is 5 or 6 already say, okay, boys, okay, you've had your like basketball, football, now please, it's time for your meditation. Let's, you know, that you've had this part of this balance of life. Now please balance this as well.
It's like incorporating like
something
different aspects.
Something like that. And from personal point of view, I think my family was always kind of, even though I'm coming from a family who should be understanding it way more, because it's like our bloodline is, ancestors were like meditators and everything, but still there's a lot of fear in the family. Like fear, like, you know, it's okay, you know, it's not going to help you in your career, you know. It's not going to do, please don't give so much time to it, you know, focus on your studies. Or if someone is an athlete or in a sports person, you focus on your practice, you know, don't pay so much attention to this little bit. Okay, do it on Sunday maybe. So this kind of, I feel there's still resistance in society regarding meditation. I don't know if you have felt it or not. Like people are still not sure about it. People still doubt it, like as if it's something.
I guess so. It could be like among some group of people. Like I don't actually really talk about it that much. It's like my own kind of private way of that. The way I look at life, the way I am with myself. You know, it's like I don't really discuss it a lot actually.
But maybe this is the point of change, that because the real practitioners, the real people who are doing it, are keeping it to themselves. And the fake ones are out in the market. So the perception of meditation that's coming in the market for common people is coming from the fake people who are doing this circus shit. You know? So eventually people stop trusting it and call it non-scientific or whatever you want to type it. Could that be a point of change? Maybe if the right people start coming out and start talking about it, maybe could that change? Do you think?
Could be. I guess it's also like from what point of view.
Could it be the Spider-Man thing, that because you have great understanding of it, it brings great responsibility as well on your shoulder, that you should, at least in your circle or in your city or in your neighborhood, at least when you are expressing it, you're clearing the field. Guys, it's not magic. It's not voodoo. It's very simple and logical and step by step.
I feel for me it's like when somebody comes and asks me something, then I tell them. But when they don't come, I don't go telling them. It's not it's my thing.
It's not your natural way of living.
If somebody's interested in anything, they come and speak to me. Then I can have a discussion, you know. Otherwise, it's like everybody knows themselves where they put their like trajectory on, what is important to them, you know.
Apart from the hurt you mentioned when you were 13 and your dad passed away, like how has meditation changed your life? Like how has it changed in any way you can discuss that? Okay, this aspect of my life, maybe time management or anything.
I feel like mostly it's like self-responsibility, realizing that what I experience in my reality, so to say, reality is like very
subjective.
Subjective, yeah. What I experience in my reality, it's like taking full ownership as a creative like force, you know.
Yeah.
That like what I experience is like my perception of it, you know. It like whatever is going on outside. Of course, I can't control my outside. I can't control it. I can't control if it's raining or if it's sunny or somebody comes and yells at me, whatnot, you know. I can't control it, you know.
True.
What I have control over is like my own inner being, you know. It's like, how do I respond? How do I take it in? Like, and that has been like the biggest shift, you know. It's like taking full responsibility.
Which is something we don't see in society a lot.
No.
People are putting stuff on someone else's shoulder.
Yeah. And that's like your blamed victim part, you know. It's like, oh, it's not my fault. It's like his fault. He was doing it to me, you know. But it's like looking within, always looking within. If something comes up in my reality that it's like, I don't like it, you know. Like my first answer is like, I don't know. It's like,
not comfortable or something.
I feel bad. I wanna like do something else, you know. Then I'm like, okay, maybe I can't sit right now to like face it, you know. Maybe it takes a few days or in the evening or next morning. I'm like, okay, I come back into it in my mind's eye, you know. It's like, okay, I experienced that yesterday. It brought up those emotions. Okay, well, what is beneath that? And then I go inside. And then I ask myself.
True.
And sometimes, usually, there's
there is some answer.
There is an like deeper emotion that comes up. Maybe there's sadness. Maybe there's fear. Maybe there's like anger. Whatnot, you know, something comes up, and then I'm like looking into the emotion, and I'm like talking with her or him.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what do you need from me? Okay, and then I let it out, you know, whatever form. I do some art, I dance, I go like running, I talk to somebody, but it's like always going back within, you know. If I don't like something in my reality, that's like go back within.
Go back within.
Yeah. It's always go back within. So for me, it's like slowness is very important. Like I used to be like a hustler. I would do like 10 things at the same time, you know. And during my path, I feel like slowness has become very important. I'm doing things slowly. I'm not like scheduling too many things in my day. I'm taking time for myself.
How long you're taking for one painting nowadays now?
Painting, I don't
longer than before, or
no, I don't paint that much lately. But I just like, I basically like allow myself to be, you know. I go to nature. I write. I cook. I do simple things because I enjoy them. I really enjoy them. But that's my personal way of living, you know. I really enjoy the simple things. And I enjoy like being in my body. I enjoy like moving in my body. I enjoy connecting with other people. I enjoy like being curious about life.
About other people,
About other people, about like the way we feel things, how sensitive we are, you know. It's like for me it's like it's body based. It's like body comes first. Then everything else.
That's not how naturally usually people are living. Because our values, our aims, our objectives are coming first, and the body just gets into it.
Our body's like something we just like drag behind us. Like, okay, come here. Like, I need to go there. Like, come. So it's like for me, it's like I can't push myself over limits. Like I've burnt out many times in my life, and I'm in this point at my life when I need a lot of free time.
Yeah.
And I take it.
Yeah, but I think this is a good point that you mentioned, that we need to listen to our bodies.
Yeah.
It's a very important thing, which people are ignoring a lot.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, because it's like my mind could be like, oh, I need to do this.
Yeah.
But then my body's like, oh my God, I feel like just like laying down and like resting the whole day. Or maybe I just want to eat this nice thing and just like, oh, like go to a bath and maybe call my friends. And it's like, what I choose. Do I choose like the mind chatter, like, oh, I should be like on point, you know, I should be on point of my game, you know? Or am I like, I love myself. Okay, what do you need, buddy? Okay, I'm gonna give you what you need. And then like I give her what she needs and I'm like, and I get more clarity. I'm like, okay, this could be done so much easier. Everything becomes in like a flow, you know? There's no hassling needed. It's like, of course I hustle sometimes. I'm still human. Like I'm very human. But then again, I remind myself like, oh, okay.
Oh, but you know how to fix the hassle. That's the important thing.
I know how to calm down. If I have like days of hustling, and sometimes I enjoy them. Sometimes I'm like, I love hustling. I'm like, go for it. And then next days I'm like, okay, now I'm just gonna chill and relax. And read a book and like sit by my fire. I sit by my fire a lot. I just look how the fire like burns, and it's like, what else you need?
That's fair. That's true. That's true. Okay, one last question I would ask you, which interests me personally a lot. You said something about the experience as the observer, that you mentioned. Maybe
experience as
you said that I move as an observer and I can experience everything. So how would you like it's very difficult to convey this kind of thing. I understand, because it's very difficult to explain how I feel, you know, to someone else. But how would you say, still in simple words, that is that a different experience as an observer, or is it the experience of a normal person you would call, or does there some other factor come in when you see life as an observer? So
I become present, and when I become present, I feel more aliveness around me. Like,
but what term would you use for a normal person then? Like a person who is lost with the mind.
They're like, they're not here.
Is he not observer? Is he not observer, or what? Or
he is, but maybe like, I don't know, like 30% of his is like looking around, like seeing the birds and maybe like seeing the cars.
And 70% is lost in the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but when you become more like here and more observing, then it's like 70 or 80% of your like energy is focused on what you sense, you know. What you sense in your body. Okay, my legs are moving, I feel coldness, I feel wind, I feel somebody screaming over there. It's like, it's not bad or good, it's just like, okay, that's my experience right now. Next moment I'm here, I'm talking to you now. That's my experience right now. I'm not experiencing the outside like,
at the moment.
Weather. I will, when I go out, I will experience it again. Then I will be in this experience. Right now I'm here.
So you're suggesting that everyone has this observation, or this observer who can sense surroundings and everything, which we are sensing actually every day, but most of our life, or most of the time, we are so busy calculating stuff about the life that the observer is more busy calculating stuff than to actually experience stuff, you're saying. But maybe those people would say, or could say, and I'm not like attacking you or anything, that hey, but this calculation is very important to me, you know. I'm not paying attention to the trees and the birds because I have to pass this exam tomorrow or something like that. But I accept your point as well, that if a person can't be present now when he doesn't have an exam, how can he be present when he has the exam? He would even in the exam he will be going.
But of course, like I feel it kind of like people would be thinking like, oh, I need to be thinking about this exam, or like revisiting these questions in my mind. But when you actually calm down, like, okay, I see like a duck. I see a car passing by, and then you're like, oh, I see the sun, and maybe you're like mesmerized by the sun for like a second or two, and you maybe just like stand still and you're like, wow, and then you get like an epiphany. because your mind is relaxed. You get insight, like, oh, that's the way I should be doing this, you know?
True.
And it's like, it's not about like thinking, like, oh, I need to like figure it out. That's what people often say, like, oh, I need to figure this out.
Yeah,
you know?
but it's maybe because what you said, this insight, people think it will come from thinking.
No.
Like, how can I get something without doing anything?
Yeah, you have to.
That's the thing we can't digest.
You have to surrender. Like it's all all that I'm saying today.
Life
is all about surrendering.
Life is suggesting us that you need to fight for what you want to have. You know. Now, what we're suggesting here right now is that when we are doing absolutely no calculations, no thinking, we get something that solves everything.
Yeah.
So.
And then we use our mind.
Now someone said, why do I get it for free? You know, I'm not making any effort because life is teaching me that for everything you get, you got to make some effort.
Yeah.
You know, so even if to pass an exam, I'm thinking even to impress my girlfriend, I have to think, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And then all of a sudden I see the sunset and I'm quiet for 2 seconds and I get something.
Yeah. It's
like
everything. Pure from the source.
Yeah,
you know, it's like a
source.
download because you become open. You're not busy in your mind. You can like take things in, you know.
Yeah. So if I could be open all the time,
oh my god, life is amazing.
I'm updated all the time.
You're in flow. It's like, you know exactly, like, okay, I'm walking around, I'm like, I should be like just going to this person and telling them this thing, you know. And it's like, okay, I'm just gonna do it because that's what comes through me, you know. I'm just gonna do it right now. You mean it's like you are in flow with the totality of the experience, you know. You're not separate. In this moment, you become like connected with everybody else because you are open, you know.
Yeah.
And then like things can be solved like so easily. It's, you know.
True.
It's like, I guess what people are mostly afraid of is the surrendering part because it acquires a lot of surrendering of the mind, of the rationality of our way of being, you know.
Well, that's the thing. You see, I'm thinking about my life. Okay.
Yeah.
Now your surrendering wants me to stop that.
Yeah.
Okay. But now my life is very important, and I'm trying to figure something very important out.
Yeah.
So you're telling me to stop that.
Yeah.
And what do I get in return?
You don't know.
You don't. That is the thing.
I don't know either.
You don't know either. So it's like I don't think people are ready for such a big gamble.
No, they don't have to like throw themselves like right into it. It's like start playing around with
Start
it.
playing around slowly and then see.
Be curious, be open, just like open up your like, I don't know, your own like strictness that you have accumulated in your mind and in your body and in your life. The way you kind of like put walls around yourself, put walls around the way things should be, you know. It's like we are the only ones that are like restricting our own life experience, you know.
Yeah, but we don't feel it that way.
It's like
we think we are expanding it.
Yeah, because for me it's like the way I look at it, and maybe for some people it's like too multi-dimensional, you know. It's like too high up there, but that's just like the way I am.
Yeah.
So for me it's like this experience that we're having right here, right now, you know, we're talking.
Yeah.
Like I could be having like one, like, I don't know, 300 different experiences in this moment according to like in which state of mind I'm in, you know. I could be like here and like thinking about like, oh, what I'm gonna do next, you know. True. I could be like, I don't know, irritated, you know. I'm like, oh, I don't know, like this chair is like really uncomfortable, and like, or I could be like totally mesmerized and totally like into this conversation and be like having insights in my own body and being like, wow, I feel so like big, and like we could be like exchanging some really good ideas, and I could be leaving this house and be like, wow, I got this insight, now I'm gonna do this, or like I feel so good, or like, you know, it's like all of those different layers are available to us in every given moment, you know.
True.
So it's like it's always about like choosing, you know. Are you the victim or are you the creator, you know? Do you come up here like, okay, this is the experience. It's not good or bad. It's like, it's what I make out of it, you know? It's like, I could be at my workplace and be like, oh my God, I'm counting minutes till my workday ends. Or I could be like, okay, I'm here. What can I do, you know? It's like, I become present.
True.
I become alive. I'm like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's my life. That's my experience. That's this precious moment that I'm having that I will never have again.
That's true. That's beautiful. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe people are not interested to put that much in their lives. Maybe people are very interested in making a lot of respect, a lot of money, a lot of cars and everything.
Nothing is wrong. It's like it's
Nothing is wrong,
what's
but
important.
you see, I don't mind when someone does something wrong, you know?
Yeah.
At least according to me, let's put it that way. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That when someone is doing something wrong, according to me, I don't mind it. But I mind it when I later see that person crying about it. Understand?
It's their lesson.
It's not about lesson. It's like, if someone is doing something wrong according to me, and I go, mate, I don't think it's going to end up right for you, you know?
Yeah.
Choice is yours. Do it.
Yeah.
But just look at what I'm saying and just reevaluate. He says, nope, I will do my way. Fine, do it your way. And then I see this person crying because of this, what he's done. Now, what I feel is like, you chose it.
Yeah.
Now, why are you crying about it? At least accept the consequence, you know, because you chose it. But then people start crying and then say, no, now get me out of it.
Oh yeah, helpless.
You know? But come on, you first go into it, as you say, create your own reality in such a sense. Now you've created this reality according to yourself, and you're asking someone else to fix it.
Yeah.
No one can fix it.
No.
You are, as you said, you are the creator.
Yeah.
You can't fix it from someone else.
You don't want to take responsibility.
Yeah, but
that's the thing.
It's
hard.
It's hard.
Taking responsibility is
it's
fucking hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't always like it. I'm like, I can be like a little kid. I'm like, I don't want to look at it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But it's kind of like eventually I have to look at it. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I keep on growing. I keep on like expanding to my capacity of like meeting uncomfortable things, for example. You know, meeting pain and meeting discomfort and meeting sadness and just like the capacity as humans to like feel so deeply is amazing.
Yeah.
It's so amazing to be like sobbing and crying or like in your pure rage or in your pure like lightness and joy. It's like it's amazing how much we can experience.
Yeah.
It's about like embracing like all those different aspects and moments that life kind of
possible.
Opens up to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is more. If you go to meditation or to Kundalini Yoga, you can even expand it as you suggested. If you open your doors to the other things, then everything can happen. You
start to see nuances in your body, the way you react. It's like you become very sensitive.
Yeah.
You become very, very sensitive.
True.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay, maybe let's end the conversation here. It's very difficult to see our faces at the moment.
Oh, it's dark.
It is dark, yeah. But everyone, my friend Eliisa, if someone is in Tartu and is in need for some meditation exercise, some help, or some massage, or some yoga experience, she's one of the best that I know for sure. And again, thanks a lot for coming for taking the time. Not a lot of people do it, but thanks a lot for that.